be introducing our group for our play production, Girls Night Out. Our producer is Patricia DeLeon, actress Olga Pedro, costume designer Diane Gonzalez, and set designer Larissa Mendez. I'll be interviewing Patricia DeLeon, who is our producer. Patricia, what is your role as a producer?
My role is mostly based on the business side of the production. You know, the raising the funds, securing the rights to the script, renting out the theater space, dealing with the theatrical unions, supervising, and of course hiring the staff.
Okay, what audience is your play designed for?
Definitely a mature audience. This is a really fun play, and the five main characters are adult women who are sassy, and they're all really funny in their own ways, and so for that reason we need to keep this play targeted for a mature audience.
How will you get the funding for the production?
Oh, the funding for the production, that's always the fun part of the plays. We contacted our local free cycle groups, and we were able to receive a lot of donations that we were able to use as far as props go. We sold adverts in our programs. We held our annual fundraiser. We sold books and food and clothes and CDs and anything that basically we can get our hands on to sell. The annual fundraisers is always a huge success for us, and we also publicize our shows and our auditions, so that raise our ticket sales.
Can you explain the type of advertising you will conduct for the play?
At Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, our local news stations, and our local radio stations.
What changes will you make to the script?
We didn't make any changes. We wanted to keep the script as authentic as possible because it really is a funny script, so we didn't try to change anything.
What suggestions will you make to the actor?
The actresses, they're on stage and they're cracking jokes, they're making fun of each other, they need to make sure that when the audience is laughing, they don't crack a smile, they just kind of go with the flow of the script, and as well as just have a fun presence on the stage. Just make sure you're up there, you're having fun, and the audience can tell that you're out there, you're enjoying yourself.
What suggestions will you make to the scene designer?
A lot of our scenes are flashbacks to the 1970s, and it's crucial that our set design shows that we're now in a different decade, that we're 1970s, so you got the colors, the color schemes, everything, just so that the audience can see that, they can tell just from looking that we're no longer in 2014.
Well, what suggestions will you make to the costume designer?
Pretty much the same thing. Those flashbacks are really important, and there's a lot of them in the script. So, the bell bottoms, the platform shoes, the big hair, just so that the audience can tell right away that, this is not 2014. We're in the 70s now. So.
Sounds like it's going to be a very good production.
It's funny and it's witty, and we're looking forward to the show. Okay. Right now I'm going to introduce to you Larissa, who is our our set designer.
Hi, I'm Larissa Mendez, and I'm the scene designer for the Girls Night Out play production. The play production is being held at the Duckin Theater at the Palm Beach State Community College, Lake Worth campus. The stage being used is the Prometheum. The play has a cast of 5 females performing as friends going out for a girls' night out at a karaoke night bar to celebrate their dead friend's daughter's engagement. There's an orchestra pit that will provide all the music, but on stage we have a prop of a radio and a stereo system that assumingly the music would come out of. I have here my sketch designs of the proposed stage. It's penciled in, and here I have my rendering. with color. Here the stage design shows the Duncan Theater. Here we have the audience. Here we have the stage. In the first scenes, the ladies are getting ready to go out, and we have props of the mirror frames with light bulbs around it, giving it kind of like that old-fashioned type of feel to it. Try to keep with the theme as our producer suggested, to keep it, you know, decade accordingly. We have these on a pulley system because they only come in scene 1. So when scene 1 finishes, the pulley system is going to pull them up and out of the stage. Here we have markers where our characters are going to be standing. Our character, Olga, she's representing Sharon, she's going to be hovering over the scene, sometimes on stage. She will also be on a pulley system and on a harness because she is an angel looking over the play production over her friends. So she will have like an angelic feel on that pulley system where she flies in and out of the scenes. Here in the first scene, we have the table with a bunch of props, our champagne bottle, cigarettes, even an EPT for one of the characters, one of the crazy characters. Here's the radio, and here's a 7-foot spotlight that's gonna shine the light on each character. Each character would have the ability to exit off the right and left wing stage, making it easy to have a change of costume, you know. And also my backstage staff would have the ability to, you know, bring in props and just prepare for the next scene as smoothly as possible. Here, next we have Olga, Pedro, our actress.
Hi, Olga.
Hello.
So I have a couple of questions for you. And tell me a little bit about your character.
I'll be representing Sharon, who's the main actress, and she narrates the whole play, the lives of her friends, and she tells you a little bit of the way they are. And she talks about the flashbacks back to when they were young. She has a daughter that she didn't get to raise because her daughter was 2 months old when Sharon died on a moped accident. She didn't have her helmet on. She fell off and she died. And
Okay. Where does she live now? Where's Sharon?
Sharon lives in heaven. She comes down and visits her daughter, and she comes down to also see what her friends are up to. But she's up in heaven because she died.
Okay, so what's Sharon's personality? What's her character description?
Sharon is sarcastic. She's funny. She tells you what she's thinking, and she tells you the way it is.
Okay, so she's kind of straightforward,
Yes.
sassy, you know.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we're looking forward to seeing her in action.
Pretty sure you'll enjoy the play.
All right. And up next, we have Diane Gonzalez, who is our costume designer.
Hello, I'm Diane Gonzalez, and I've had the pleasure of working with these fine ladies in our play, Girls Night by Louise Roach. And I would like to discuss a little bit about what I've done here. As an introduction, the play, Girls Night, has many diverse character personalities. I've created the costumes for 4 characters, which represent their individualism on how I thought fit. I capture the innocence, the honesty, and vulnerability of each character as they interact each other. I'd like to introduce to you Sharon. Sharon, she was a young, carefree, adventurous teenager. She was cool, laid back, and adventurous. She had a bit of a wild side and spunky attitude, and was a mother when she was only a teenager. At 17, she fell off a moped and was killed, leaving her daughter to be raised by Sharon's parents and girlfriends. She wears accessories like sunglasses and jewelry. She wears all white because her character is not alive. Although her brown boots and brown belt, I have it demonstrate her grounded, held tight to her earthly existence at one time. Her clothes are tight to reflect her former prerogative and youthful life. This is also noted with the choice of texture from the leather jacket she wears. The layers suggest that her story is deep and almost like layers. Her feelings are layered. Imagine this woman having a daughter and not being able to raise her even with her friends. It's very sad, and I'm sure she has a variety of feelings towards it that she may never cover up. Sharon wears wings so that the audience can understand that her presence is from an afterlife. The softness of the white feathers and overall white-colored appearance also suggests that she is an angel. She was very young to have died. The good die young. The next character that I would like to introduce to you is Kate. She is conservative and respectful. She confronts herself to the standards of middle class. She's a school teacher, mother, and wife. She is also seen as a goody two-shoes and somewhat of a nerd. She's probably viewed as a party pooper and a bit of a dull side. Kate is not adventure-seeking type at all. She is Carol's sister, and they almost absolutely have nothing in common. Carol's sister is such an opposite sibling from Carol, which I will explain. I felt Kate would be seen in a dress, especially since she is viewed as a nurturing mother type. I chose a flowery pattern in gray hues to suggest her femininity and conservativeness. The embroidered flowers and floweriness of the dress suggest her softness and sweetness. The lifted pattern is meant to imply that although she seems dull and plain, there is always more than meets the eye, which is why there are splashes of color in her outfit. So although her dress appears flat, it isn't, and neither is she. The next character is Carol. And Carol is a party animal. She drinks and smokes and loves dancing and is always up for something fun. She has a bit of a wild side and enjoys the party scene. It almost seems as if the only one in the group that hasn't truly outgrown their past wild teenage life. She is entertaining, she is witty and sarcastic. She is very forward and direct. She always speaks her mind. Her personality, however, portrays to her friends that she is sincere and genuine and honest. Her black tank top fits tightly on her body to emphasize her small waist. Since she is a creature of night, the black tank top seems appropriate. The leopard print which I've chosen as a miniskirt symbolizes the party animal which she demonstrates, almost like a cougar who is seeking her prey. The print and size of the garment suggests her desire to always stay young and prerogative. Carol's kind of like what the wild older female relative that many people have in their family somehow, somewhere. Last but not least is Liza. And Liza wears expensive clothes. She is a woman who can pull off looking sophisticated and elegant. She is a bit confused regarding her marriage status. She wants the excitement, but feels like she's stuck in the relationship that she's in. The wealth is what keeps her in the relationship. Liza wears a fierce red dress that symbolizes her desire for passion, which is lacking in what she's in. The mink fur symbolizes feeling as if she's on top of some high pedestal far from reach. And the wrapped mink also has her feel snug and protected in her life. The colors that I chose of the purple in her outfit represent a higher social economic status, almost like royalty. And the gold feather in her hat reflects that she's a gold digger, and the choice of it being a feather reflects the illusion of softness and willingness to be married, although she refuses to allow herself to love her husband back. Thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you at our opening.